Tell me a little bit more. Can you tell me a little bit more about your book and
Yeah.
what inspired you to write it?
The introduction that's on the website, I think states it pretty well. And if I were to give a talk on the book, I'd just read the introduction. I can't do that here. But as I say, I had been there at least 3 years before the idea hit me. The reason is that I had other writing projects. I had the letters that my wife and I wrote from Chile when we were in the Peace Corps. They were substantial. What we did, we'd write a general letter to both our parents, and then I'd add an addendum for my parents, and Jan would add an addendum for her parents. And they saved those, bless them. They saved those letters. And the book is self-published or published on demand outfit out of Indiana, Author House in Bloomington. The thing is, I don't know, that thick, and in case you got, it's, what is that, two inches, it's substantial, and that was mainly transcribing. I put some of my own comments in, but I would guess of the 300 and some pages or whatever, probably 15 or 20 would be my own adding on later. So there was that. Then there were my dad's World War II letters, and there were 215 or 20 of those.
Yeah.
And his handwriting, like mine, isn't so great. That was laborious, but okay, I did that too. Same thing, I had kind of tried to organize it by chapters. He was in the Pacific. So I did that. And then I had my great-grandfather's Civil War diaries. And that's on the website. He's on the website. It says something about family volunteers or something.
Yeah.
His little pictures there. And he kept diary entries every day he was in the war. He was in for about 1.5 years. And so those were interesting. And I just had those run off at one of the copying places here. Sent a copy to the Indiana State Library, as I did my dad's letters to the Naval Archives in Washington. And so all that, it took a long while to get all that done. Then I had a little thing. I got into a coup in the Philippines. I was on the edge of it. I'll probably talk to you about that.
You've told me about some of that, that experience.
Coup against the Queen. That was one of the times. She had, I don't know how many coups, attempted coups I should say, Corazon Aquino. And that was the one that occurred in December of '89. And I kept a little diary during all that time because I was cooped up in my apartment. You really couldn't get out, and the rebels were literally across the street. And so anyway, I kept it. And so I whomped that up. That's only about 40, 50 pages, something like that. Yeah. So anyway, by that time, I'm looking around for something else to do, to write, and I said, this is obvious that there's a lot going on here. These men are, well, and for one thing, they're very colorful, many of them. Yeah. They make good copy. But the other thing was, I thought that their story deserved to get out. As human beings, I think we stereotype homeless people a lot. Yeah. And I found that out when I did the book. I was looking for some graphics for the cover and for the inside pages of the web page, but the cover of the book first. And worked with my editor, Judith Van Giesen of ABQ Press. And she in turn works with an illustrator named Leslie Cox. So Leslie was submitting all these things, and I was looking around. And most of the photos and illustrations are, I would say, stereotypes of what a lot of people think homeless guys are like. The empty shopping cart, a guy with a knapsack on his back, maybe walking down a railroad track, or some guy passed out. So we didn't go that route with the cover of the book, as you've seen. It's more abstract. And the same thing with other images. As I look through Google Images, you put in homelessness graphics or homeless drawings, which I thought, well, I do a drawing, not a picture. And even then, you get the stereotypical thing. The down and out guy passed out on the street. Tell
us about the decision you made to get the cover that you have on there now.
Yeah, as I say, Leslie submitted some things that were wide-ranging. Some I considered the stereotype and so forth. And then she came up with this corrugated look that has the color and the corrugated look. And I said, I like that. I don't know, I like the texture, whatever you want to make of that. And then the title, Sheltered Lives. There's a story behind that too, I'll mention. Our Sheltered Lives, and she had put a little bit of shadowing on that first. And I thought, there's a good idea. So I said, can you increase the shadowing? Sure, you can do, she can do all that. So that's the way, so if you look at the title, there's that shadow there, maybe the shadow lives and the unseen lives and so forth.